We got our first guest here, Mew. Everyone give Mew a round of applause. Welcome you. Okay, so we're going to talk about how we leave our cats alone for 20 minutes and they feel like it's just the worst possible thing to ever happen. Now, what do you got to say about that? Interesting.
He just sniffed the drink.
You know, silence shows a lot of words as well. And, our guest is going away. Hey, cut, behind the scenes. Yo, cut.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear, soldier.
Awesome. Welcome to Ambition Academy. My name is Adeel.
My name is Kash.
And I'm Ray.
And this is our special guest for today. His name is Mew. Mew, how you doing?
You got anything you want to share with us, Mew?
This is the time to talk.
No?
Or meow.
So, Ambition Academy, boys. We've been talking about this for a while. Welcome to episode 1. We're here.
We finally made it.
We're doing this.
Took a lot of planning.
Yeah, a lot of planning our schedules to meet. Yeah.
A lot of nerves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super
Build
nervous.
up, right? This is like the first time, myself doing anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the nerves are there, but we
100%.
we do it anyways, and that's what it's all about, right? That's why we started this anyways, right? So that's why we're all here today.
Yeah, just here to get out of our comfort zone, just try something new, something we're kind of passionate about. So just gonna build off there and see where we go.
100%. Now, we're going to go around before we get started. Obviously, we're doing intros, right? Obviously, we know each other. We've known each other for a little bit now. We're going to go around, still talk about each other, our story, our purpose, and why we're doing this. So, whoever wants to start first between you two.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I mentioned before, my name is Kash. So a little bit about me. Just turned 35 last August. Kind of in that zone where I wanted to do something different. I felt like life was very mundane. I was just kind of doing the same things over and over and over, and you kind of get caught in that. It's like a hamster going in a wheel. You're constantly going and going, right? So I'm like, I need to do something with my life. I need to add some spice. It's like eating chicken breast with just some salt and pepper. I need to add some paprika, I need to spice things up, right? So I didn't have a path. I didn't know what I needed to do, but I mean, that's why God sends certain people in your life, and I met Adeel here just about over a year ago. Almost 2 years.
2
now,
years.
Right? Almost 2
Yeah,
years. Wow,
yeah.
time flies, man.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
flies, right?
That's
So, I met him, and he kind of, he's a very inspirational dude, He's like, I always call him like the 2.0 version of me, because he's a lot smarter, better looking, he's a lot more motivating and disciplined. I always talk to myself about being disciplined, but there's no one more disciplined than this guy. So meeting him, and he kind of entered, he spoke to me about the idea of like a podcast, and like I kind of thought about it. I'm like, I'm really interested in something like that. So it kind of really got into me that this is kind of what I want to do, man. Like, my calling has always been trying to help people. They always say that happiness is you gain a lot of happiness by helping others. When you put a lot of time into yourself and the things you want to do, yeah, you're happy in the time being, but it's not one of those things that lasts. Because like when I do something for someone and they come back to me and they say, "Yo, man, you really helped me out." Man, like
It's a good feeling.
it's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good
Feeling
feeling.
good,
So so then here I am with that podcast. Or here we are with the podcast. Sorry, and I'm very excited, and I'm willing to help share whatever knowledge that I have through my experiences and fitness, and just trying to inspire people, and just trying to be the best version of myself, because I feel like a lot of us are lacking the ability to discipline ourselves in order to become better, right? So that's kind of what my purpose is here, and I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate
I
that.
didn't know you're gonna be here. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Like I said in second, like I said, my name is Ray. Why I'm doing this? Honestly, kind of similar to what Cash touched on. I've been an athletic guy all my life. Played sports, did my regular routine, go to work, play sports.
Mew, don't touch that. Don't touch that, Mew.
She's hiding. So like I was saying, just come over here.
I have to bring some temptations.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So yeah, I was always stuck in the same schedule as well. Just going to work, after work on the soccer or the gym, just kind of repeating it for last years and years and years. Kind of been adjusted to it, and I've never been really a public speaker or anything like that. I used to perform publicly, like dancing, but speaking completely different. So how this kind of happened was one drunk night downtown. We were just hanging out, and then Cash introduced the idea of this podcast that they had planned, and drunk wise, they tagged me along, especially Cash. And it's like that the thought of it sobered me up right away because I was super interested right from the get go. So I can start doing this and do something different with my life as well. So I can educate people, teach kids, or advise certain people on my experiences as well. I am the youngest one out of my crew here, as you guys know, so I can talk from the younger viewpoint because I'm 27 years old. My birthday just passed 2 days ago.
You are young.
Yeah. So I can kind of speak from my era, my generation compared to my friends here along me. And that's kind of want to do it, just to see how we can all come together from different points in our lives to advise people. So that's why I'm pretty excited to be here as well.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm happy to have you here, honestly.
Thank you.
We wanted to obviously start this,
Yeah.
between us,
Yeah.
and this was a conversation that we had, almost 2 years ago,
Mhm.
a year and a half ago,
It's true.
right? And we always talked about doing it, but then we never pulled the trigger because of,
Yeah.
life coming in the way. And then finally, we wanted to bring it to life, and we were very close to bringing it to life until, you were like God
Yeah.
sent. You just came and,
Yeah.
completed the trio, right? So,
Yeah, that night when the whole idea came up, we just stayed up for hours and hours and hours just talking,
yeah. Oh,
exchanging
yeah.
ideas,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that whole
yeah,
night,
yeah.
I feel like we just had a podcast on that night of speaking
Oh, yeah.
on the podcast. And like from then, like I became really close to you guys, even though I've known Cash
Yeah.
for over 5 years now, and you for the last year or so. And then like that day felt like we've known each other forever.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
100%,
They're talking that night, so it was.
Test. We're good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Sorry, guys. We had our first technical difficulty. We're back online now. Just a little bit wire. I guess the wire was faulty, but we're all good now. Everyone can hear me.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Loud and
Perfect.
clear, baby.
Sorry. So we were at the part where you were talking about how we were having that discussion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So basically, like that day was the right decision to make. We felt like we were family from that day. We just spoke about everything, our lives, kind of got to know each other. And I think I remember saying at the end of the night, I was like, this felt like a podcast. Felt like we just did our first episode on that night.
Isn't that crazy, the amount of conversations we have? And then, like, after the fact, we're like, man, we said some really, like, interesting
Yeah.
things. I mean, people would love
Oh,
to
100%.
hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, sometimes I think that only I go through the shit that I go through.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talk to someone else that I feel like this person doesn't have any problems. And they're like, they got something worse. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
makes me feel like, yo, I'm going through nothing, bro. Why am I
Like,
shocked, right?
we should be watched for our
Yeah.
circles in a way. It's kind of how we feel.
No,
about
for
that.
sure, for sure. I knew right away when I met Adeel. Well, I knew you before Adeel,
Yeah.
but like I knew. Remember, I was telling you, I was like, man, you got to meet Ray. You got to meet
Yeah.
Ray. And then they met each other, and it was an instant connection, And for those of you that don't know, I'm a horoscope junkie. Everyone
Yeah.
knows this. I got 2 Virgos here, so I knew they were gonna get along, man. They just had a similar viewpoint in this, like the way you guys are is just very go-getters and stuff. So it was awesome. It's crazy they say that alcohol destroys a lot of things, but hey, it really brought us
kinda
all
brings us together.
I mean, not really you don't drink, but I mean,
Yeah.
the idea of the podcast. So
And the funniest thing about all of it
Crazy,
is because
you know?
like when I first met Cash at work, he didn't even like me. He didn't want to get to know me for the first time.
wow.
Crazy.
That's
And-
actually
and
funny you
here
say
we are
that.
Now, like we're sitting here now. I've got a quick backstory regarding it because like we're Fijians, right? And usually when there's a lot of hate in our community that we get from our own people, which kind of sucks, and that's kind of the vibe Cash probably thought as well. And I'm like the nicest guy, so I don't hate anyone. I just love everyone and to be a part of everything. And then finally, like a week or two in, finally he allowed me to be in his car, and we went to Timmy's to get some coffee.
Guys, when I know the truth, I was like, why is this guy in my car? I didn't even know this guy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It's crazy you say that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's funny you say that. I didn't really like you.
Yeah.
Not like you. I didn't know you, but I'm like, you had to prove it to me.
100%,
right?
because it was a mutual friend that we met.
That's true. And you got a similar story, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Seems like I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
So let me tell you my perspective. So obviously I'm born and raised in Toronto. I'm from Toronto. I came to Alberta just 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been just past 2 years now.
Yeah.
Ultimately, my goal was to come to Alberta for the business that I was doing at the time. That was my main purpose, to come here.
Yeah.
But then eventually, when this law enforcement opportunity came up, I ended up looking into it and giving it a go. I'm like, hey, if I get it, I get it. If not, all good. Eventually, everything worked out. Got through the training, got through the fitness exams, the written exams, everything, interviews, whatnot. Everything was done, ready to go. Once I get here, obviously it's a new place, new town, city, new everything. I'm leaving behind my family, my friends, making the ultimate decision to move my life here, for the job itself, right? So that ends up happening, and then lo and behold, I'm in the job. Okay, I'm done my shadows now. I'm in the job, and I think this was my first. No, it was my very first day on the on the field. Okay, my very first day, and I go to the reporting supervisor, and I'm like, where do you want me? What do you want me to do? And she's like, you know what, go there. So I end up going to that spot, and I go there, and there's nobody there. There's nobody there yet. So I'm like looking around, I'm like, oh, it's just me, I guess. You know what? I pull up my little booklet. I'm like, this is what I gotta do. So I start the job. I just quickly go and I start doing the inspections and everything and whatnot, and I start the job. And then as I'm coming back to like my station side, I see Kash walking, and he just looks at me, and then immediately looks down, puts his bag down, puts his stuff down, his water bottle and everything, puts it down, and then doesn't say a word at first. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, it's another brown guy. The reason why I say that is because during my shadow shift, so my 3 shifts before that, I encountered a brown guy. Obviously no names, no descriptions either, but it wasn't a good experience.
Okay.
Right? So then when I saw him, I was like, oh man, another brown guy. Right? But didn't think anything else of it.
Yeah.
And then I walk on, introduce myself, say hi, and he says hi and everything. And then he's talking and everything, and he's telling me, well, I did something. I did something. I think I didn't have my radio on properly. And you're like, no, you're supposed to actually put it on like this, and you're telling me
I think I did too.
how to put it on and everything.
Better than me. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Something right off the bat.
Yeah. But then when you're talking, I'm like, oh, at least he doesn't have an accent. Like, at least he speaks English. So I was happy about that. But but yeah, no. Now tell me your perspective.
So, I mean, we do a job that requires you need people to be switched on, is the term we use. Like, you got to be alert, you got to be attentive, you got to know what's happening around you, right? So I was responsible for training people for a little bit where I was working, and so I was getting new people, and the previous 2 people, they weren't as good as quality wise. So I'm assuming, I got another guy, and I'm like, it's going to be the same shit over. It's going to be difficult, right? But that's part of my job. I'll do it. It is what it is. And I mean, unfiltered, I literally was like, oh, great, another brown dude. I said the same thing he said.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great, I got to train another brown dude, right?
Yeah.
And then it's so funny how you say no accent. I'm like, oh, no accent. I was like, great. He'll understand, and I will have a clear like communication back and forth. He'll be able to figure, like, we'll be able to figure things out, right? So right off the bat, you know, I'm like, I have my walls up because I'm like, I'm very, it's not that I don't trust people. It's like you have to prove to me that you're there to work, right? You're a solid dude. Like, you're not, I don't know. You're just there to work.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, you're just there to work. You're not there to mess around or anything like that, right? So, I mean, the first day, I was kind of like, oh, crap, man. Whatever, right? Thank God this guy, it is what it is. But, I mean, fast forward to now, we're doing a podcast. And it's crazy because, and it's funny, too, because he had the broccoli cut. The broccoli hair?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I had the
Oh, no, it wasn't the broccoli. You're right. It was
bun.
slick back. It was slick back.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it was like
Yeah,
slick
yeah,
back
yeah.
with the bun, right? So, yeah, it wasn't the broccoli. You
It was
became
the
the
bun.
broccoli
This
guy
one.
after.
The
You
bun.
became, yeah, you're right. You became the broccoli guy after. It was a slick back, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, who's this motherfucker coming with a slick back hair and shit? I was like, what is it? What does this guy think he is? You know, I'm kind of like that. I mean, we're all like that. You know, if you're honest with yourself, we all judge people slightly,
And it's
right?
so funny.
And, you know,
It's
so-
because like we're kind of judging our own people, like fuck another brown guy, another brown guy. Imagine like what white people think.
no,
Yeah,
it's
oh.
true.
Yeah, right.
It's the same thing.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it.
We were raised at a time where like we look up to our people. We want our people
100%.
to be like excelling and like
Yeah.
we want to be like proud of our people. So
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
when we see like stupid shit that happens,
We're like,
we
what
want
the
to
hell?
correct and be like, hey man, like you're making us all look bad. Because at the end of the day, like, when people see us, they don't know our religions or cultures.
No,
All they see is
no,
brown,
Yeah.
right? They just see brown people. So it's like we don't want to. We don't want people to look at us like we're
Yeah.
idiots, right? So, and that's where this all comes from. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
it all comes from, you know?
Yeah, no doubt.
But, I mean, yeah, like I said, fast forward to 2 years later, we're sitting down podcasting. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
It's like family to me,
Yeah.
you know?
Brothers.
Not even you,
100%.
like family. You
Yeah.
are family.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you, bro.
From Kash
I'll
not
give you
liking
a
from Kash not liking anyone to him now having proved himself to us.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you, the people you don't like at first,
Yeah.
they're going to become your best friends.
That-
You
that-
heard it here first, Ambition Academy.
That usually does happen.
It's true.
In a way, you kind of see yourself in that person too. So you're like,
Yeah.
I don't like you.
It's true. You know, I
Yeah.
kind of want to change my perspective and be like, be nicer, but it's like, no, because it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I had my guard up, and guess what happened? I got 2 good friends.
100%.
Family.
And it worked out.
It worked out, right?
That's right.
Right.
The purpose of Ambition Academy, as we discussed, is obviously we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Motivation being one of them, self-betterment,
Yeah.
health science, lifestyle. Am I missing anything?
A little bit of fashion advice from the fashionista.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, just touching on anything we can think of and talk
Yeah.
about anything that's happening, just to educate people and
Yeah.
or just even give our perspectives on how we feel about certain things as well.
Because on these topics, we all have some sort of knowledge, some sort of expertise, and we're bringing it all together and mashing it into one, right?
Yeah.
So
100%.
this is the perfect storm,
Yeah.
so to speak.
No, for sure, right? No, I agree with that, right? We all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, different upbringings. I mean, we're kind of similar, but for the most part, different, right? Everyone's different, so we all have a different way of seeing things and viewing things, right? Through our traumas, our losses, our experiences, etc., all that. So, I find the best way to learn is through other people's knowledge
100%.
and experiences, right? Like, how else would I be here if not by seeing other people podcast, right? And you learn things from different people. So if someone can learn even one thing from us today, I'm
100%.
I'm happy. That's
the-
why I'm here,
yeah.
anyways.
And the way I used to learn things was if I didn't understand something, I just get hit by my parents. All of a sudden, I remember.
That was the best medicine, the best lesson.
Just to get disciplined by your parents.
Yeah.
One slap and you're good to go.
Big time.
And that's our way of doing it. So
No, it's
That's
true. It's true. That was true.
Yeah.
It was true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you know, and like you guys just said, you know, the main purpose of this is not for us to simply talk for the sake of talking. It's also in order for us to get a message across, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, for someone to learn something from this podcast. Not just, you know, watch us talk or listen to our discussions.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you can take something out of this, if you can get something out of this, learn something from this, you know, that's a win in my books.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. No.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah. No. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That obviously, that being said, is there anything that you guys want to start discussing right now? Anything you guys want to get into um, before we begin? Anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
Nothing too much. Like everything will probably just come to us right on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
comes up, I think, from my end, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So since we're doing intros, let's go around and do a quick fun fact about each other. Something that we don't know about each other.
Oh man.
I feel like we know like everything at this point. Maybe a little bit.
Nothing I want to share to the world. Fun fact. Fun fact. People probably don't know this about me. I know you kind of do. I guess maybe. When growing up, I loved action figures, right? And I always wanted them. And sometimes, I mean, growing up in a brown house, we
Yeah.
don't normally get them, right? And
That's true.
recently, I guess in the past like 5 years or so, since I have money, I'm an adult, I
Yeah.
can afford my own things. I have a collection of action figures.
Oh, nice.
I actually do. So at some point in time, I'd love to have a shelf or like a place where I can put them all up, and it really doesn't coincide with like what I look like. I don't look like the person that would have action figures.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I really do. Not to say there's a specific way a person looks, but I mean, you wouldn't think that I would go out and be buying Batman action figures off Amazon.
Oh, nice.
You know, I mean, people know I love Batman, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the action figure thing is kind of it's a step up. So
Yeah.
that's a. Did you know that?
I knew you loved superheroes.
Did you know I
But no, I
probably
don't
spent
figure.
over $500?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's fun.
So there you go. There's my fun fact.
Okay, I guess I'll go. My fun fact. I guess it won't really a fun. It's not really a fun fact, but it's a fact about me. This was more before I was engaged and stuff. I loved going to the movie theater alone. I would always go to the theater and alone and watch movies just in peace. I'd actually put on my pajamas, a nice sweater, and literally just go sit there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what the movie is. I just get my middle seat at the top and just enjoy my movie for like an hour and a half, just by myself. And at that time, like a lot of people have schedules and stuff, and it was usually Marvel movies. I would just love going alone to experience it, especially in the opening nights and stuff with the crowd, because all these Marvel fans, especially nowadays,
Yeah.
the best experience, especially going alone, just to see everything. That's probably what I loved doing. Obviously now I take my fiance with me, but at that time I loved it. Just my
That
own time.
Nothing's changed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing changed.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, I went one time and it was very.
Oh, I
I was
loved
just
it.
embarrassed. I don't know. I felt like ashamed. I was like, I can't find one person to go with. That felt weird. That's crazy.
no,
Though. You got a different perspective. I
Yeah.
got to use that perspective.
It's like equivalent to like sometimes going to the bar and having a drink by yourself.
I can't do
Yeah.
it. I need people.
That's tough for me to do as well, actually.
But if you're already drunk, it's fine.
Oh, it doesn't matter at that
Yeah.
point.
I can be alone when I'm already drunk.
Yeah.
But like when I'm there, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, interesting, man.
That's very interesting. Actually, I've never done that.
Oh, it's great.
I've never done that.
Yeah, oh, it's
That's-
great, man.
That's I bet.
Mm-hmm.
But my fun fact's actually similar to yours, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you guys know my fun fact that I know how to cook.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat of a chef. If I don't know if you knew, now you know.
No, it's great.
But my actual fun fact is I actually was a big solo traveler.
Oh, yeah.
So I traveled to a lot of spots and places on my own.
Oh, nice.
In my early 20s, mid 20s, and so forth. So, obviously I've been to Europe,
Mm-hmm.
Australia,
Right.
Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously the U.S. and
Yeah.
a couple other places. Half of those places I've actually gone on my own.
Oh, wow.
Right, I didn't travel with nobody. Pretty much just packed the bag,
Yeah, yeah.
got my passport ready to go, and
That's good.
flew out.
Good for you.
I didn't care, and it actually helped open my horizons. I
Mm-hmm.
experienced so much,
Yeah.
got to see so much that I wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
Yeah.
Now with my life, obviously I'm married now.
Yeah.
Things are more busier now,
Yeah.
responsibilities, things like
100%.
that. So now it's going to be hard to do, right?
Yeah.
And anywhere I go, I can't go without my wife.
Yeah, true.
I'm not trying to get killed. I can't go without right?
I second that. For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so yeah, that's my fun fact.
It's actually that's cool because you said that because I actually have a couple cousins who would try to tell me to go travel alone, but I can't. I don't like traveling alone. I'd rather have someone with me, like a friend, group of friends, or someone, just someone I can share experiences with. That's cool though. I don't know if I could do it.
Do you think that's a culture thing?
I don't know.
Well, not a
maybe.
culture, but like our Fijian culture thing.
I would think so.
Because I won't go anywhere alone because my mom's always just like, since the beginning
Don't
of
go
time,
alone.
she's like,
Don't do anything
the
alone.
reason you have a brother is because I wanted you to keep each other safe.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't go alone.
Don't
Always
do
have
anything
someone
alone,
there.
yeah.
Do you think that's ingrained in us?
It was even more like going outside of the house, going out. Don't go outside. What are you doing? Don't go outside.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
So
No, I'm telling you.
I could see that maybe.
If I
Yeah.
went outside, my dad's watching out the window.
My parents were like that too. Obviously, they all
Yeah.
they're very cautious and protective when it comes to stuff like that too. But there were certain things that I just did where I just kind of just pulled the trigger.
Yeah, 100%.
Where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did because you'd be surprised. You would meet a lot of people while you're traveling
Yeah,
that are
I bet.
also solo traveling as well.
Yeah.
You make a lot of friends. You meet a lot of people, new people, right? So
No, I bet. Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I should respect that about you, man. It takes
Yeah,
like for a person like me, there's a lot of things that I'm like a go-getter about, but doing things alone like that, for some reason, I
takes
just
a lot of
it's-
courage.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I could speak for a lot of people out there. A lot of people don't do anything. Like, man,
Yeah,
even
sure.
you go to a movie alone. I was like,
Oh,
man, I
dude,
can't
yeah.
even do that.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I enjoy doing is shopping alone, grocery shopping. I actually don't want anybody with me.
Oh.
It's annoying,
Just
right?
in and out. Like in and out. You take someone with you.
You know, but
Yeah.
that's crazy because you know, when I went to Toronto last year to come visit you, I had to travel alone. It was very scary.
Oh
It was
yes.
very scary, man. I went by myself, and it seems like it's not a big deal. You're a big guy, whatever. But man, I was nervous, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone.
crazy,
I was
yeah.
just I got drunk by myself. I was actually messaging someone at the time, and she was helping me out. She's like, "No, you'll be fine," and whatnot, and like it was good. Like that kind of helped me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I don't know if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be talking to anyone. But just a friend just helping me out.
Yeah, for sure.
She's
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
all good. You'll be fine. This and that, and yeah. So that's how I
pretty
made it. But
I was so happy you made it, man. You
Yeah.
came to Toronto. You got to experience it, see it.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was coming to pick you up, I'm like, you know, like I need to make sure that, you know, you get the best experience possible. You know,
Oh, yeah,
from- yeah, man. I was truly honored that you showed up, and obviously
For sure. Yeah.
the reason why you showed up was for my wedding,
Yeah.
right? In 2024.
It was a
So
beautiful wedding. It was a
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful wedding, guys. Like it was amazing.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, I had such a good time there. Like it was the first time I went.
Yeah.
And it was so nice to see just like I'm a nightlife person.
Yeah.
Like if a lot of things like I mean I'm a fitness person too,
Mhm.
but like I enjoy the nightlife. I don't go out as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But man, just the nightlife in Toronto was insane. The hot dog stand, I don't know why that was like one of my highlights. Like
That's funny.
I told this guy, what do you mean it's a hot dog? But the thing is they had chicken hot dogs, bro. Chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chicken. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a Hindu. We're
Yeah.
Hindu, so we don't eat beef. There is no such thing as a chicken hot dog stand here.
Yeah.
I've never seen
The
one.
only place to get a chicken hot dog is at Superstore.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
gotta
time
buy
I need
it
to look for it.
yourself.
Yeah. And the stand, no, never. Yeah, that's
yeah,
so
no,
funny.
there's stands
Yeah.
everywhere in the city.
Yeah.
It's like New York, right? So
Yeah.
there's stands everywhere in the city.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when he was telling me that, he was like, "Yo, they have chicken hot dogs, bro, chicken hot dogs." I was
Now
like,
I know. Now next week when we're going to Toronto, we're gonna go to a chicken on Crunch stand just for this reason. And I wanna next podcast I'll tell you guys how good it
yeah,
was.
yeah. By the time we're doing our second episode,
Yeah.
we're gonna be coming back from Toronto.
100%.
So yeah, look out for that. There's gonna be a vlog out as well, so look out for that.
Look out for that, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a good
And
one.
you will get my review for the chicken hot dogs.
Yeah, well, hopefully I catch you drunk as drunk as full.
But you drunk to go, bro.
No, I remember Adeel. He has such amazing friends, and
Yeah.
he hooked me up with one of his buddies, Sonny. Shout out to Sonny. You're awesome. You're a G.
Yeah.
Sonny,
Sonny, as an OG, I love the man. And he took me out that night, and just I remember telling him, I was like, "There's chicken hot dog."
Difficulty number 2.
sorry, technical difficulty number 2. We are back now. Test.
We are back. We are live.
One,
And
two, three.
once again, shout out to Sonny. Sonny, you were a G. Can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to meet you.
And yeah, can't wait to meet the guy. He's awesome, and he's
Yeah.
gonna take us for some chicken hot dogs.
I'm here trying to show you guys like all the different foods in Toronto, And you guys want to see? You guys want to eat chicken hot dogs?
Yeah.
No, it was actually I was very surprised. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
The guy looked at me like I was crazy.
Oh, I
I'm
bet.
like, "You got chicken here?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Bro, sign me up!" Like,
Oh, that's funny.
and the nightlife after that, like I think it was like 3 a.m. and it was full. It was full.
Yeah.
There was so many people. Like, and you know what? There's one thing I compare. What I noticed is that here, when you go downtown Edmonton after like a night out at like 2:30 when the bars close, you can see a lot of like homeless junkies, just kind of like dangerous,
all
like some
over the
kind of
place,
people
yeah.
that just like you wouldn't feel safe around them. Like they look sketchy, right? Toronto. Dude, everyone's dressed well. Everyone's looking fresh,
Yeah.
and I didn't see a single like homeless person. And I was paying attention because I'm hyper vigilant. I'm looking at everything, and everyone's just doing their own thing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's a lot more.
Yeah,
They
Look
keep
forward
it
to
well cleaned
they do a
and
really good
maintained
job.
for that stuff. Yeah.
You've been to Toronto.
I have briefly downtown, like with my family when I was a bit younger, maybe like a couple, 4 or 5 years ago now. It was good, but I didn't really experience much because I went with my family.
Right.
It was more just Niagara Falls and just see the CN Tower.
Okay.
Kind of about it. Like,
Oh, but we saw it
Yeah, we saw it.
from the bottom though. We didn't go into it.
We didn't go to the top. We met Toronto Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I still have pictures. That guy picked me up and
Yeah.
What's that?
So he's one of the local superheroes. So we have a Toronto Batman
No way.
and a Toronto Spider-Man, and these guys used to fight on the street each other, used to do wrestling moves on each other and fight each other. Super cool. So when I was in university, I used to see these guys all the time fighting,
Yeah.
like in the TTC subway station, in the subway,
Yeah.
and people are just recording them. It was super
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So we're talking like 10 plus years ago.
Oh,
So yeah, it was a lot of fun just watching them.
that's like similar to here. Instead you see crackheads fighting each other.
Yeah.
It's true. This guy don't pick me up.
And then
Oh, man.
Pick me up, flip me over. Like I was like, holy crap, perfectly upside down. I got pictures.
he's a power lifter, like a bodybuilder. So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, pumped to hopefully see Spider-Man in Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a big Spider-Man fan.
Oh,
You're a
100%.
big Spider-Man fan.
Oh yeah. Maybe we can run into Toronto Batman too. You never know.
Yo, if we run into him, bro,
That'd be
man.
sick.
So Batman, and then it's Drake. No disrespect.
The three main people in
No,
Toronto: Spider-Man, Batman, Drake.
You took me to Drake's house too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Drove by it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I wanted to make sure you see that.
Hopefully Drake sees
This
this.
guy, the
Yeah,
gates
yeah.
to his house, and like the. I guess you were saying that he's only allowed to have.
So in the entire country, he's the only one that has that the length where his bushes are.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So he got that approved by I don't know some government or some
Yeah, probably
somebody
itself, yeah.
that approved it, where nobody else had. Not even the prime minister has that. Only he has it.
Bro, yeah. Big
But how Spider-Man has it?
Spider-Man need that?
He jumps
Like
over.
a web of them all, man.
Yeah. Right.
That's crazy though. That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know, it's just a little bit of Toronto,
Yeah.
obviously, but when
That's
we
cool.
do go, hopefully
Yeah, hopefully I'll see it and stuff.
get to
We'll
see more.
Get experience what you guys experienced a year ago.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, 100%.
Yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
be fun. I'm excited, man.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
At least I don't gotta go on a plane by myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so drunk because of you.
Yeah, I can't wait. Literally, instead of chicken hot dog, we might have a honey bottle in there. Oh man, so the title of this podcast is gonna be chicken hot dog.
Shout out to the chicken hot dogs in Toronto.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That's actually comedy. It's funny though, when I got back from Toronto, you can even ask my mom, bro, I went out and was on a chicken hot dog splurge. I was eating hot dogs. Dude, ask my mom. I was eating hot dogs left, right, and center. Because I was on a diet. I was cutting for so long, and I'm just like, no, I got so hooked on the taste. I went crazy. I probably devoured like 20.
Oh no, I bet.
It was bad. So I'm good though. I'm on my cut now. So
Good.
we're
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
We're saving for the hot dogs. Anyways, enough about
Anyway, it's just a fun fact about us.
Now that that's out of the way,
Let's get cheered away.
switching gears. So, we talked about, what we want people to get out of this podcast, right? What we're going to be bringing to the table. Let me ask you guys, and I'm going to answer this as well. What do you want to see, or what do you want to get out of this podcast? And then we'll get into our topic.
Me personally, what I want to get out of this is be able to share my experiences, and not the positive ones. It's more so the negatives, the downfalls, the bullshit, because that's how you learn.
100%.
right? No one learns from doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know how many times people go out there and make the same mistake over and over and over, and they need something
100%.
intense for them to change their mind,
Yeah.
right? That's how people learn. They learn from your mishaps.
Yeah.
Right. So what I want to get out of this is I want to be able to share my downfalls. I want to share my struggles,
100%.
right, and how I overcame them. Right. To me, that's important, and that's why people watch and listen and read things. If they want to know how to get out of the hole, right? So I want to talk about those holes that I got into in the past and currently am dealing with.
100%.
Right. So I feel like that would add a lot of value to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's very similar to you actually, because I obviously, like I said, I'm a bit younger, so I want to share my side of kind of what I deal with, comparing it to you guys, because you guys probably dealt with it a bit different. And just I want to just more get out is obviously when people see me and stuff, they see I'm happy. I have this going on for me. I have this going on for me, but people are happy for that. I want to share like how I got there, how I did it, and the struggles I faced. Basically, kind of getting myself going, getting my career going, getting what I'm doing now, how it started, all like the hard stuff I dealt with, is kind of what I want to share to everyone.
No, for sure.
100%. 100%. And that's actually crazy you say that, because we didn't mention how we all got started in law enforcement. You know, we obviously mentioned that we're working in law enforcement, we're law enforcement officers, but we didn't talk about how we got started.
100%.
So we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, for myself, what I want to see myself get out of this podcast is simply just to be a sponge, you know, to learn, you know, not just from, you know, you guys, obviously, you know, there's things that I'm going to be potentially, hopefully teaching you guys, but then you guys are going to be teaching me as well, right? You obviously are an expert when it comes to health science. You know so much about, you know more than anybody I know on this topic. You know, you've mentored me, you've guided me, you know, this past year in a lot of things, right? So that's something that I'm looking forward to from your side. From your side, obviously, your personal stories, you know, when it came to objection, when it came to overcoming stuff. I want to learn that as well from
100%.
you, right? And hopefully there's something that I can, you know, bring to the table that, you know, maybe is new for you guys as well. So that's what I want to learn, excuse me, from this whole experience.
And the best way to learn is actually with the people closest to you, like your own brothers. Like you listen the best, I feel like, with people you're super close with, right? You just don't listen to random people half the time, right? So much better learning from people around you that you gather your circle around.
It's true.
So
it's like that saying where it's just like, you're not going to take advice from a homeless person on how to build wealth. Why would you?
100%.
Right. So when we're all around each other, I mean, we see each other growing, so we'll take advice from each other. That's just how life works, right? So I'm looking to my right, I'm looking to my left. I got two people that 100%. I can gain a lot of knowledge from. And it doesn't matter that you're younger than me or not, man. Everyone goes through different experiences 100%. And hurdles and whatnot, and you may have found a way to deal with something that I never even thought about.
100%.
Right? So.
Yeah, and another thing, you know, both of you started, you know, your careers in law enforcement, like in your early to mid 20s,
early 20s,
right? Where me, it was my late 20s, right? So, you know, obviously there's obviously that big gap, right? So that's also something that I would 100%. Love to.
First experiences, for sure.
For
sure to learn too.
So let's get into it. So before we get into our topic, quickly let's just talk about how we got into law enforcement. Whoever wants to start.
Sure. I'll go first for this one. So growing up, actually, I've always wanted to be in law enforcement. My dad actually was a cop back in Fiji, until he came here. So I think that was always in the back of my mind, growing up, that I want to be in law enforcement. I want to do something in law enforcement. And obviously with growing up, my mom was really against the idea of me going in that route, and she actually talked me out of it right after high school to not do it. She's like, she just doesn't want me around. Like, obviously it's a dangerous job, I get it, mom, protective. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I started doing my accounting program, and I hated my life. When I say hated my life, I hated it. Like, I was not happy going there, and to a point where I actually dropped out behind my parents' back, and got my security license and started doing a whole bunch of things that can get kind of like, it's the best of both worlds. I can still do security and figure stuff out to make my mom happy as well. But even doing that, I still wasn't happy. I'm like, no, I want to pursue more. To which finally, it worked out. And obviously, moms are always gonna be happy for you. So I told her I did this, I went through this, got my schooling in this, did courses and some police courses and stuff I did. And then she was happy. Then she saw me apply to one of the jobs, got in, and she was like the happiest person ever. And that's kind of how it started to where I am now. That's when I used to work with you, at that time. Obviously, I'm in a different area now. I don't work with them anymore. Elsewhere. But that's kind of how my journey started. It's because I've always had it in the back of my mind, and I somehow made it happen.
100%.
Nice.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, man. Well, my journey was a bit different. I think I was 19, 20 around that time. So what happened was I worked at the Adidas outlet store here in Edmonton. And we all went out one night. And we all went out, party, drank, and on the way, well, when the bars closed, we went to Denny's after. It was just me and another coworker. And there were some issues that happened related to an ex-girlfriend. And I basically got jumped in a Denny's at like 3 a.m.
Oh, no.
Do you guys have any
No,
stories?
No, you never told the story.
Never told you this?
No.
So it was interesting because I was sitting here and my coworker, she was sitting across from me, and then like 3 guys come here, they put their hands on the table and they're like, oh, you're gonna get it now, you really fucked up. And I'm like, oh boy. So you want to know what this was over? It was over the fact that a girl that I was dating, I broke up with her, and someone else started dating her, and then they broke up, and then in the meantime she was chatting with me, right? And he was mad over that, and I'm like, well, you guys were broken up, so where's the problem? I don't see the problem. So I looked at him like, get the fuck out of here, buddy. Like, what's going on? Like, can't you see where I'm sitting here with my coworker, whatever? We're just chilling, doing like, get out of here, guys. So they hit me a bunch of times. So I was just sitting right here, and I don't know. I was drunk too.
This was in Denny's.
Yeah, this was in Denny's. So
That's cool.
I don't know. I just got hit a bunch of times. So then I'm like, whoa, I'm dazed. So I'm seeing stars, right? Happens so quick. So I got up, right? So then I turned this way, right? So they all start running back, right? And then you know when you flinch when someone's about to. So there's a guy in the distance, and all I see is this. So then I'm just like, oh, I go like this, and then nothing, and then they run, and I'm like, okay, they ran away, right? I look behind me, and my coworker, the girl that I was with, she got hit in the forehead with a glass.
Oh shit!
Cracked her head right open. She has a Harry Potter scar for the rest of her life. Not to poke fun at it, but like she's got a scar for the rest. So she was bleeding right there. It was like a horror movie. I look back, I'm like, oh my god. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh shit. So, anyways, these guys leave. And I knew who they were too. I knew exactly who they were. So the main guy, the guy who, the person, he wasn't there. The main dude that caused the issue. These were just his boys, but I knew who his boys were. So they ran off, and then I'm talking to my coworker. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be okay and whatnot. Like, oh shit, whatever. We're just trying to figure everything out. The police was getting called, and the ambulance was on their way, and all sorts of things like that, right? So I remember during that time, she looked at me. She's just like, you know who they are. Tell the police. I'm just like, and I think I said I was like around 18, 19 at the time, and the whole gangster thing was still in me. Where I'm like, no, I'm gonna get these guys. Right? Because that's what we're all kind of like that when we're younger. We think we're on top of the world. We can get people back and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I got these guys, and then she looked at me. She's like, no, you have to tell them. And then I'm just like, I looked at her, and my heart broke because I'm like, she got hit because of me. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was funny because she told them to fuck off too. She was like pushing them away. She was like, get out of here. So shout out to her. She had my back. So anyways, after that, I did tell the cop, and it was funny. His name was Constable Compton.
Oh, nice.
You're still out there, Constable Compton. Shout out to you. You did a very good job. So that's how I essentially wanted to become a police officer, was because of how well Constable Compton dealt with the situation.
Oh, nice.
I spoke to him, I told him what happened, and he was just so, like, I looked at him like, man, this guy's helping me. Like, he's helping people. Forget me. He's just helping people.
Yeah.
Like, he was so professional, and he just took care of everything. And he inspired me to do good. It was like, like a superhero.
Yeah.
It was like, and back in those days, like, I mean, cops now is a different story, but back in those days, man, like, I was looking at this guy, I'm like, man, and I was just, like I said, I was 18, 19, I'm like, I want to do this. I want to be able to save, because like the way he made me feel, the way he made me feel. Because I remember him contacting me and saying, "Hey, we got all the guys and whatnot. We're talking to them all," and like he took care of everything, right? So he really inspired me to become a police officer, and to anything towards law enforcement. So that's kind of how my mind switched from actually I didn't know what I wanted to do, to be honest. So that whole experience led me towards law enforcement because of that. I mean, it was a negative experience, but there was positives that I took from it.
100%.
That's why I ended up where I am.
Cool.
Shout out to Constable Compton.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to the girl that had my back.
That's amazing.
That's
You guys never heard that story, had you?
No.
I haven't heard that one.
Surprising, but it's amazing. And it's actually very crazy because sometimes it's the negative things that make us, look at the silver lining
100%.
in a lot of stuff, and then we want to see the change that you want to be the change that you want to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's similar to that. That's exactly how I wanted to get into law enforcement at first. So obviously my background, I come from a banking background. I was a tech guy for a long time as well.
Typical brown man job.
Right? Right? I was a tech bro.
Scammer alert.
I was obviously in banking for a long time too. I worked in the front end retail and then obviously the back end corporate side of things as well. I always wanted to be in law enforcement because not just growing up, obviously you see stuff on on TV and the movies and whatnot that make you appreciate that in a sense, right? But obviously growing up in Toronto, there was a lot of negative that I experienced with police. A lot of negative. I maybe out of my multiple encounters, I think maybe only one was a positive one, right? And obviously Toronto's a very big city.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So you deal with a lot of good people, a lot of bad people. You get the good, bad, the ugly, right? But when it came to law enforcement, police in general, it was always negative for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They always felt entitled. They always felt like it's their way or the highway. Not listening to reason, whatever the case may be, right? So me personally, I always used to put myself into the other person's perspective whenever I had an argument with anybody, if it was a coworker, my siblings, friends, family, whatever the case was. And I used to always put myself in their perspective after the fact and be like, why did I react that way?
Yeah.
Why did I take this action? Right? So I did the same thing with those police officers, those any sort of law enforcement, and I wasn't able to come to a conclusion. Hey, this was a small situation. Why did you make it into a big one? Right? So in 2020, around COVID time, that's when I first started to apply to become a police officer. So I applied to a few different regions in Toronto. So I applied to Toronto, York, Peel region, and I think there was another one as well. But anyway, so while I was doing that, I was obviously still working, and I got to the very end. So I did all the fitness exams. I did everything. Got to the very end, I get deferred.
Yeah.
The first year I get deferred. So I don't think anything about it. It is what it is. It happens.
Yeah.
My recruiter tells me after the fact that I get deferred because they were looking for more female officers.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, whatever, fair.
At least you got an answer.
Yes. Yeah. So I go at it again. I'm like, I'm not going to give up. I go at it again. So the following year, I apply for it again. So I end up taking the OACP exam, which is the Ontario exam that you have to take in order to do any sort of law enforcement. I take that exam. I pass the exam, get my certification. It costs $600 to do that exam, by the way. Yeah.
From your own pocket?
Yes.
Oh shit.
You don't get that reimbursed.
Oh no.
So I get that. I end up doing it the first year.
Yeah.
Nothing. Second year, I do it again. I get to the chief of police interview.
Yeah.
The very end. Lo and behold, I get deferred again.
Oh.
No reason at all. Everything went perfect.
Yeah.
No reason at all. I speak with my recruiter at the time. No response. No nothing. It wasn't until 3 or 4 months after that I ended up finding out that the reason why I got deferred this time was because they were looking for more LGBTQ candidates. So
Okay.
yeah, so it kind of disheartened me because I'm like, you guys are not picking people based off, their qualifications. You're picking them based off their labels.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, if I was to put, I'm XYZ on my application, would you have hired me? Right?
Yeah, 100%.
So again, I paid the 600. So at this point, I paid $1,200 for the 2 years.
Holy.
Right? Not getting anything out of it. Not going anywhere. Eventually, it expires, and you got to redo it again. Then I kind of just gave up on that dream. The whole purpose of it was to be the change that I wanted to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Eventually, a year after, a buddy of mine that was here, he ended up telling me about it. I heard from another one of my buddies as well that ended up telling me about the opportunity here. So I ended up applying for it, not thinking anything of it. Like I said earlier, I applied for it, did all the exams, did the fitness tests and everything, passed all that, met the qualifications, passed all that. Lo and behold, I got it. I ended up getting accepted for it.
Yeah.
I got both the Calgary location and the Edmonton location, right? And yeah, that's how I ended up here. Moved my entire life here.
Yeah.
Dropped everything. Even though people were telling me it's going to be the worst decision I make, you're going to be leaving home.
Yeah.
There's going to be this, there's going to be that. But I wasn't thinking of anything at the time except for, hey, this is what I want to do. This was a path that I wanted to do for a long time. And then, obviously the purpose of coming to Alberta was for the business, but then it ended up becoming for the job.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how it all came
I'm
about.
glad it worked out, man.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never met you if that never happened. So
Yeah, this would have never happened.
I always say like our culture or religion always says like the path is already made for you.
Yeah.
Right. So if something is not working, it's like it's because it's not meant to work for you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go the other way.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, you being deferred multiple times and then coming here, like look at what you created.
Yeah. 100%.
Had you gotten in there, like what would your life have been, right? So I guess in the way that we look at it is that fate had you wanting to come here, needing you to come here.
Yeah. And all led to where we are now.
And
Sitting
then
on the table. It's crazy.
this is your life here.
And it's crazy because obviously when I first came here, I was even questioning myself, like, hey, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I've come to Alberta before, back in 2021 for the first time, during COVID. Got to see Calgary, Edmonton, and then a couple cities in between as well. Beautiful, loved every bit of it.
Yeah.
Loved what Alberta stood for. The values, everything. Not just the scenery, but everything Alberta stood for. I really loved it. I told myself, like, I can see myself living here one day,
100%.
not thinking anything of it, right? And then fast forward, 2023, a couple years after, it ended up happening.
Insane.
Cheapest place in Canada.
It's crazy. As much as you needed a best friend, I didn't have one either. So, because like I had, I will save that story for another time. But I never had any close friends.
Yeah.
Right. My best friends all kind of screwed me over. Like I said, another time for that story.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was in need of one too. And I didn't move. I just didn't have one at the time, right? So it's kind of nice to have that, right? So, yeah, I know if I moved somewhere else and I'd be like, man, I'm all alone here. And if I met someone, I'd be like, damn, I got a friend already. Shit,
No, but it's actually such a blessing at the same time because, despite having all those doubts in my head, about will I make it, will I not make it, so much good has happened, right? 100%. Obviously, the people I've met, the home I'm able to create, bringing my wife here, getting to actually create my life here, right?
Yeah, you're doing the thing.
Right? And
you're doing the thing, bro.
Yeah, and it's just there's just such a blessing, behind when you actually think about that,
100%.
right?
That's true. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, you took that risk, and it's so hard to take risks, right? And you did it all on your own.
Yeah.
I know I could do that.
Team technological.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're back. Technical difficulty was at number 3. Number 3.
The first podcast, kind of expected.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
go wrong.
That's what we're all about. We have to make mistakes.
We
Don't
pivot.
make mistakes. We don't grow, right?
That's
Like
it.
if those didn't happen, then we would have nothing to make next, the next podcast better, right?
Yeah,
Now
sure.
we know what we're looking forward to,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
100%.
That's how life goes, right?
Yeah.
That's how life goes, man. If bad things don't happen, you never learn from them.
100%.
That's it. Yeah.
From them, right? Then you stay down. You stay down. It has to be bad in order for there to be good.
Yep.
There needs to be loss in order for there to be growth. There needs to be an opposite.
But that's the best part about being down, you know, because there's no way but up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So,
And I mean that's why we do this too, right? That's what we're here for,
yeah.
right? We're sharing our experiences, right? Because when you're down,
Yeah.
you're down and out, man. Like I know myself personally, I never stay down too long.
Yeah.
I never stay down too long. It's just in my character to not stay down. Like I'll throw pity parties. I'm a human. Like it happens. I get down on myself and throw myself my pity parties. But then, after that, I'm like, what are you doing? You're done. Sometimes it's needed. You want to get that energy out.
Yeah,
I call it like, I don't have a better word for it. Like it's like bitch energy.
Yeah.
It's not like being like a man about shit.
Yeah,
It's like you're like, oh man, it's like a child. It's like childish energy.
Yeah.
Just get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out. Once I get it out, I actually think back like, why did I do that? It feels so much better, but it's the energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I actually heard this somewhere where like you know how kids they throw tantrums all the time?
Yeah.
That's them releasing their energy. I actually read about this somewhere where like as a grown ass like adult, what happens is we suppress a lot of our emotions. Like if we're angry at someone at work or something like that, we're just like, oh, stupid guy.
We hold it in.
But what do kids do when they're mad?
Let it out.
They scream. They let it out. So I actually tried it in my car once. I screamed at the top of my lungs. Kid you not, no, I don't know if it's a placebo, but I felt slightly better. Like I'm talking like a primal, like top of my. I'm not gonna do it on here because but I don't know. Just saying.
100%.
But like it's the energy, right? It's like a release of that energy, right? That we don't do as adults.
Yeah.
Right. I found it very interesting.
Yeah.
People go home and they like put their face in their pillow and just scream their lungs out. Yeah.
Yeah. People need a way, like as adults, we need a way to release that energy in which a lot of people suppress, and that's what makes it dangerous. Because when they do release it, sometimes they release it on the wrong person or at the wrong time, and they could catch a charge, right?
Yeah.
They could end up in jail. They could do something detrimental to for their friends, their lives, their families, like their relationships, their jobs, and we've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah, true.
People hold it in, and then their boss tells them one thing, and they flip out on their boss, they lose their job, or they flip out on their spouse, they lose their marriage.
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
man, as men, you need a way to take that energy and just release it.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
If I would, like I always say, emotional men are weak men, man.
That's it. I always use that quote, that statement that you made, and because it's very true. Emotional men are weak men. A lot of times you don't think about, the things you do after the fact, right?
100%.
You do something first, you ask questions later, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to pause, stop yourself and be like, hey, what am I doing?
Yeah, just breathe.
Right? Exactly. And oftentimes we forget to do that, right?
100%.
And emotional men are weak men. We've obviously seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
The people we brought in, the people that are in jail right now,
Yeah.
right? Some of them are in for obviously severe things.
Yeah.
Some of them were in for stupid, petty things that could have been avoided.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
But because they were emotional, they did what they did, made them end up in jail.
Because if you think about it, it's actually easier to yell and scream than it is to be like, okay, let me think about this. It's a lot easier to be emotional than it is to be stoic and just relaxed and just think about it logically. Like we had a little bit of an issue just recently about something he said that I mistook, and I got upset. But this is actually perfect. Had I engaged in the emotions, I even said this to you when we had a discussion. We actually talked about it, and that's what makes our friendship and our bond so much stronger. Is we spoke about it, and I even told you, I was like, man, if I would have said something that day, it would have came out bad.
100%.
It would have came out bad because there's a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Right. I thought I mistook something he said. Right. And then when we spoke about it, it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. And then we're both sitting there apologizing, and I'm like, I feel terrible for even taking it that way. I should have known my best friend better. It turned out better. But the point is, had I, like in that moment, would have unleashed or called you, it would have been a different me.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do that, but
especially when emotions are hidden, right?
100%.
It's hard to bring it down right in the moment.
100%. And we can all agree that if it comes from someone you care about or someone you love, the emotion is intensified.
Yeah.
Like if your mom says something, you criticize you, it's a lot worse than some schmuck.
Yeah, 100%. Someone who's super close to you. It hurts more, you know? Yeah.
Like criticism cuts deep, right?
No, yeah.
So I mistook something he said, and I'm like, this is my brother, this is my family, and I literally was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to give myself some credit. I didn't snap, which was a lot easier to do, but I'm like, I can't.
It's crazy because I didn't even think anything of it, right? It's like you told me, I was like, wait, what? No, come on. But yeah, we had a good laugh about it after as well.
I
But
still feel bad. I was like, man, how did I mistake that?
no, you're good. You're good. But yeah, no, perfect example right there, right?
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah.
So the weak me would have went off.
Yeah.
The stronger version of me was like, no, let's talk.
Yeah.
I mean, message like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
It was like what the devil and the angel, which one you listen to?
Yeah. No, very true. Very true. I actually really believe in that. It's like, you know, you got like an angel and devil on each shoulder, you know? And I honestly feel that you need both.
Yeah.
I do feel it, because like, if it was only an angel, you wouldn't know what bad things are.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't even know what good things are, because everything would just be normal. You need both. You need a balance. I hate to say it, but you need both.
You
Big
went
time,
on mistakes,
yeah.
right?
And sometimes the devil on your shoulder will save you, because it will get you to do something that protect your family for instance, right? Someone breaks into your house, right? The angel's going to be like, oh, don't harm him or don't do this. But the devil will usually be like, protect your family, take this person out. Sometimes it's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes, because the angel ain't going to tell you to do that. They're going to try to be like, me, protect yourself. But the devil's going to be like, eliminate him.
Yeah, big time.
To some regard, that's kind of true.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Switching gears, so let's get into the topic. Pause. Oh,
How to stay disciplined when life gets hard.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I was having a brain fog there for a
I think we
second.
have so much topics to talk about.
Yeah. So, whoever wants to start.
How to stay disciplined when life gets hard. Yeah, like even when we're brainstorming a little bit, when we talked about topics and stuff earlier, for me, for myself, when just to be disciplined, like for myself, paying for my mortgage, paying for my car insurance, paying for all the bills or paying for groceries, whatever the situation is, paying for my soccer fees, my gym fees, I need to stay disciplined at work to make sure that happens. I have to make sure I stay disciplined so myself, my fiance, we have food on the table at home.
Mm-hmm.
And how to do it is super tough because it's so engraved in you to, like, you have to do it. Like, if you don't do it, you're gonna lose all these things you enjoy doing, you're just gonna lose it. For me, it was just like, I have to do it. And how I do it is because my motivation is more like, I'm doing it because I care about the person I'm with. I want her to live a good life at home as well. I do it because I want to be happy. The gym, soccer make me happy. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna play soccer. I'm gonna go to the gym by staying disciplined and making money for it, going to work. That's kind of how I think of it all the time and how it works for me. And how the how is really hard, but for me, I just make sure I have to do it to live in my basic needs to be happy in life.
100%.
So that's kind of how I feel towards that topic.
sure.
Yeah.
So your purpose is more so you need to be the breadwinner, you need to be the provider in order to lead and
100%.
grow.
Yeah, because I feel like even growing up as an older child, you kind of see how you're. For me, I guess I should say, like the dad is from our cultures. They are that person. They are the leader, right? And I feel like as an older child, that is your responsibility after him, and that's where I guess I get it from. I guess I should say it's from my dad. It's because like I gotta do it now. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
He did everything for me and my brother, like literally everything. So now it's my time, and my mom as well. So it was like growing up, getting my own place, doing all these stuff, like I said, going to the gym, soccer, all these activities. I have to do it now. I have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make sure I pay. Like if I moved out, like I did earlier, like I said earlier, it's my job to get the food as well. It's my job to provide for my fiance, to make sure she feels safe and
Of course.
right, and she feels good at home. She feels happy as well, while taking care of my own happiness as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how I look at that. That it just has to be done no matter what to make sure you can live your life.
Yeah, no doubt. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. For sure.
I feel like you can relate as well a little bit, like having your own place and stuff. You being married as well. It's like you feel like you have to give more.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, because when I obviously first got married, you know, there was a big learning curve. Obviously, you know, obviously you know your partner,
Yeah.
you know, one way before marriage.
Yeah.
but then you know her a different way when she's actually living with you.
Yeah.
You know, habits, you know, good things, bad things. And this is something that I told my wife as well. And I told her this, you know, from the very beginning. And I told her, you know, there's going to be things about me that you're going to love. And there's going to be things about me that you probably are going to hate. Right. And vice versa.
Yeah.
So I need you to tell me what those things are.
Yeah.
We need to talk to each other about those things in order to move forward.
Yeah.
Right. Because if we can't fix those things or communicate in those things, then, you know, we won't find the success that we're looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And then obviously getting married, going through that learning curve, having to be the, you know, the provider, obviously that was the goal anyway.
Yeah.
But just, you know, understanding that it's not just about making money.
Yeah.
You still have to do A, B, and C as well.
Yeah.
Right. So those things came into play as well. But I'm a fast learner, so yeah.
Like even with that being disciplined, right? Emotional discipline is crazy too. Like you said, A, B, and C, making sure you discipline how you treat people, how you treat people around you, how you treat the person you're with, married with, engaged to, your best friends, your siblings. You got to be really disciplined to see, or how you act on their behavior as well. Because you could easily, like you said earlier, you guys had disagreement. So easy to snap on someone, but if you keep that discipline and think about it, because like your action's gonna change how someone else feels. It's in a blink of an eye, right? So even being disciplined in that way goes far for your mental health and even people around you, because it's really hard to get that negative mindset right. From positive to negative goes really quick, right? So even keeping that in mind while doing everything else, it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, no,
Honestly.
it's not easy. It's
Yeah.
never easy.
No.
Yeah.
These things are never easy.
And like it's crazy because I mean you guys are both married, and
Mm-hmm.
regardless of like the layout, the blueprint, like your parents, like our parents always give us like a blueprint of like how a dad should be, a mom should be, or like a man should be, a woman should be, whatever. Like the blueprint's there, but you guys are both doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
Right. It's all new. It's like saying, hey, this is the blueprint on how to drive a car, but actually driving it is different than just someone saying, hey, you use your right foot on the gas and then use it for the brake and then you use the turning signal. Like it's different.
Yeah.
Actually applying it and living in it is completely different, right? So people seem to forget that, and this is for a lot of people out there listening. It's like a lot of times you're doing this for the first time.
Oh yeah.
So cut yourself some slack. Like you got to take a deep breath and just tell yourself that this is the first time I'm doing this. This is the first time we're doing this.
100%.
Right? So we got to be easy on ourselves because we don't know. Like the blueprint's out there. People do things all the time, but this is the first time, right? So give you guys credit for that, right? Because it's difficult, right?
All figuring it out. Like we don't know.
Right.
To be honest, do we really know what we're doing? We're just always figuring it out, right? And trying to build something to
100%.
keep everyone happy, keeping yourself happy, everyone around us. Just
No,
gotta do
for
it,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
big time.
100%. Like, I mean, if you like to stay disciplined when life gets hard, like the only question I ask myself is, what's the ladder? Like, if I don't stay disciplined, what happens to my life? Like for example, I go to the gym, diet, nutrition. If I don't do that, what happens to my body?
You feel like shit.
Yeah, I feel like shit. I'm not gonna like the way that I look. That's worse.
Yeah.
That's worse than giving into the feeling of saying, it's okay, I won't go. It's like, no. You're gonna go because what's worse?
Yeah.
So I always look at what's the opposite.
Yeah.
So if I don't feel like doing this, what's gonna happen if I just give in to my feelings? What's the opposite? And the opposite's always worse. So my advice to everyone when life gets hard, how to stay disciplined, is you think of what is the opposite. You think of what happens if you don't do what you're supposed to do, what you've told yourself you're going to do. If you're not self-disciplined, what's the opposite? And I can guarantee you it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
It is a lot worse because people nowadays act on how they feel, right?
Yeah.
But when I work overtime, and I make and we all make a lot more money when we work overtime, right? And the feeling I get from completing that shift, it cannot be bought. That feeling, because that feeling is like, listen, I did not want to stay for another 8 hours, right? But I stayed, so it's a total of 16 hours. I've stayed 16 hours, right? So I did not want to be there. I didn't feel it. I feel tired. I could rather go home. I could do a lot of other things, but I chose to do that. And nothing feels better than when I walk out and I'm like, I just made so much more money. You can't buy, you can't replicate that feeling. So a lot of the times people get that confused where there's like, I don't feel like this, I feel like that. It's like, no, listen, do the hard thing. And then the outcome, that feeling, You cannot buy it.
Yeah, true.
You cannot. Right? It's like when someone has an amazing body, they've done the difficult things to get it. You cannot buy that feeling unless you've actually put in the work and the effort and to stay disciplined, right? So life is hard for everyone. Life isn't easy, right? The way that I look at it is that when we were kids or whatever, we had our mom and our dad. Hey, you're gonna eat this. You're gonna go to bed at this time. Your lunch is made. Everything was done for us. Now that we're adults, no one's telling us anything. We kind of got to do it ourselves. So guess what happens? We have to discipline ourselves. A lot of people don't know how to do that because they just don't. Like mom and dad did everything for them, and now they're the adult. So if the discipline is gone, that means you have to discipline yourself. And everyone knows what they need to do. Everyone really knows, right? Like if you tell a guy you don't got money, you want to get a job. They know they need to get a job. It's like if I'm broke, I need to get a job. If I don't have a house, I need to buy a house. If I don't have a transportation, I need to buy a car. Everyone knows what they need to do. But it's like, it's the hard stuff that they don't want to do. It's like, I got to do this. Well, that's the shit. And then once you do that shit, the outcome is amazing.
Steps you got to take to make it work.
Exactly, right? So like that's the whole point of my message is, I mean, life is hard for everyone. And everyone's different in how they deal with it. Everyone has different backgrounds. Everyone's story is different. Everyone's heart is also different, right? Like we may look at someone else's heart and be like, well, that's not hard. But it's like it's hard for them. So everything is hard. But my main point, look at the opposite. What happens if you don't do it? And just repeat that to yourself. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, what happens? Right? That is how I stay disciplined when life gets hard. I think of the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Piggybacking on what you're saying over here, what happens, on the other side of when you don't do what you're putting yourself out to do, right? A lot of people have motivation, a lot of people have ambition, but then a lot of people don't have drive.
Yeah.
They want to do stuff, they want to make more money, they want to work out, they want to travel, they want to do X, Y, Z, but are they doing it? Or is it just fake motivation they have during that little spiel, right? And then afterwards, it all just goes away immediately.
100%, yeah.
Right? So, for a lot of people, that could be the other side, where they look back at their life, a year from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, nothing changes. It's the exact same.
Exactly.
They're still living with their parents. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're not their own person yet. They're not their own, especially as a man. You're not your own person yet, and that's very big to me, in my opinion. Our job is obviously to not only evolve and grow, right, but also to be able to be an example for the younger generation, for kids, for other men even, right, and that should be a man's goal, to be an example for others, right, that are looking for some sort of guidance. Because not everyone starts at the same path, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's heart is different, right? Everyone's easy is different too.
It's true.
Right? Yeah. So it goes back to what we were saying earlier off camera, motivation versus momentum.
Yeah.
Right? People can have motivation, but where's the momentum?
Yeah. Exactly.
What are you doing to reach that goal? What are you doing to achieve something? Yeah. Are you creating steps for yourself? Are you reaching out to somebody? Whatever the case, are you getting some sort of education on it? Yeah. What are you doing, right? And that's where my discipline comes for me, where I can say something, but if I don't act on it, nothing's gonna happen.
It's true.
Right?
Agreed.
It's not even another side to it. If I don't act on it, simply nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna be something I said that's gonna be done. Or left unsaid, not done, right? So for me, it's more so that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do my absolute hardest to find out what that path is, what that goal is, in order to get to that goal. Obviously, in order to get to C, I need to conquer A and B, right? So I'll do everything in my power to do that, whether it's big or small.
Yeah.
Something I used to do growing up is, if I had a bunch of tasks, I would prioritize them. So I know something's going to take 30 minutes to do. I would do that over something that's going to take an hour to do. Something that's going to take 5 minutes to do, I'll do that first. So I'd prioritize my time like that.
Of course, yeah.
And that slowly disciplined me into creating a structure, right, for other things. So I know, okay, today I got to wake up. I need to go run this errand. I need to go hit the gym.
Yeah.
I need to go, make sure that this is done. Make sure I get my car's oil changed, whatever the case may be. I create that structure,
Yeah.
right? And I know exactly, okay, this is going to take 30 minutes. This is going to take an hour. This is going to take 2 hours. So the small stuff you do before, bigger stuff, obviously, after the fact.
Yeah.
But obviously, again, you got to give yourself enough time to get everything done.
Yeah.
Because sometimes what people tend to do is they tend to take more, on their plate, and they're not able to complete a task.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, even at our work, obviously, a lot of people, they like to put their dick in everything. Right? I want to be part of this committee. I want to be part of this. I want to be part of that. But are you able to maintain everything?
That's true. That's true.
Because like your brain's all over the place. Right?
I like that analogy. It's a good analogy,
right?
Actually. Yeah. No.
So, look at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
And that's where my discipline comes from.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. When you talk to people, like I said, older, you guys are older than me. I think you said something earlier too. I wish I did this when I was younger. I wish I could do this when I was younger. You hear it pretty often for me, I guess, for people way older than me. I wish I did it when I was younger. So now, even like this example, doing this itself took some discipline, took some time to do.
I was going to comment on
Right?
that, actually, yeah.
Just doing this, it's like, I don't want to be 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road, us talking about doing a podcast, but we didn't do it. And now we talk about it like 10 years down the road. I wish we did it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Right? So, like, even just doing it, like, going out of your way, us making this work, we took some time. Like, we had some hard times in our life. Like, I know I did recently. Like, I was struggling with some stuff recently. I just wasn't the happiest for a bit. But I was still trying to be disciplined to get this even started with us. Doing my best to, like, reach out to you guys, talk to you guys, get this all set up. Like, plus working on top of that, providing whatever I need to do in my own personal life. Still being disciplined to make everything work while not feeling the best mentally. Right?
It's true, yeah.
That's we have that drive.
Yeah,
we
that's
have
true.
the drive to do.
Everything that, we just talked about obviously comes down to having a purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's no purpose behind it, there's going to be no success behind it. You're not going to be able to get anything done. Everything we do, there's purpose behind it, right? We need to do this in order to get this.
Yeah.
We need to do this in order to get that, right? So there's a purpose behind it.
100%.
So I think based on everything we said, obviously we have our own perspectives, our own stories, but at the end of the day, purpose is what drives us. It's what moves us. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
It's like, what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
For sure.
Right? Why are you doing this? Why are you even doing it? What's the meaning of doing it? Why are you doing it is what you tell yourself every single day.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. No, there has to be purpose. Without purpose, there's no drive, there's no nothing, and you're kind of stagnant. You don't want to, you just kind of exist. You kind of exist. You don't want to excel. You don't want to do anything more, right? Like, I mean, I can with my whole fitness journey, I want to do better.
Yeah.
And I love the fitness journey because, like, you're never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
You're never satisfied, right?
There's never a glass ceiling.
Yeah, you're just never satisfied. No matter what, if you're passionate about something, like you're into soccer, like you want to get better and better and better and better. Like, you're never gonna be like, nah, I'm fine here. It's like, no, you need like the purpose, the drive, right?
Yeah, you want to keep playing.
You guys can keep. Sorry, go on.
And that's the without purpose, man. Like nothing nothing moves. Like Adeel was saying with momentum, right? Like nothing really moves. You need purpose.
And I know for you especially, man, because like, not going to get into details of your life or anything, but you do a lot for your mom. Like a lot of your purpose is for your mother to help her out, right?
Agreed. Yeah. 100%.
I'm going home to her like, oh, I make this money. I gotta do this for her, for our house, to take care of my mother. Especially like, it's hard, but you have to do it because you know what you're doing it for.
100%, and that I mean, it kind of ties in with our topic with the whole discipline. When life gets hard, life does get hard. But then I have to say discipline because what's the ladder? Like what's going to happen if I don't do this, right? I think about my mom a lot, and that's just our traditional values, and this is how we are, right? Like, I want my father to be proud of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I want him to look down at me and be proud that I've lived up to my last name and I've looked after my mother properly, right? And these are just even in our religion, right? Like our mom and dad are like our first teachers. We have to respect them.
when our parents say like, don't bring our name down. Right? Don't wear our name down. Make sure you make it proud.
Yeah,
Then now you need
100%.
discipline.
Yeah.
You can't be stupid.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure like your parents don't get embarrassed by their child.
No,
It's kind of
yeah.
what we're trying to get at.
It's funny because earlier we were talking about how our parents used a lot of shame. Right, and like nowadays you can't say that word because you can't shame anybody or etc. But it's like I loved me growing up now
to the fullest.
you know what, me growing up right now can look back
Yeah.
at the amount of times I didn't do dumb shit because I'm like, I don't want to bring shame on my family's
Yeah.
name. I didn't do a lot of things that would probably have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
And guess what, I stayed out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And I am where I am in my life right now, and I'm good. I'm actually very grateful. And now I know this doesn't apply to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's path and journey was different. Everyone has a different upbringing, and
Yeah.
maybe shame to them came a different way, and they're completely opposite. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, in my experience, it was, I loved it.
Yeah.
Because when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I do want to bring my family's name up.
Yeah.
I do want my dad and mom to be proud of me.
Yeah, exactly.
I do want these things for myself. I want to be a respectable individual. I want people to look at me and be like, oh, he's a good dude. He's a respectful dude. He's a hard worker. That guy cares about his name, his legacy, his etc.
Yeah.
And I like those things, so I'm happy.
No, I agree.
I'm very happy that happened, right? So, like I'm pro. I shouldn't say pro shame, but like I'm glad it happened to me, and with my experience with it, it was great.
Yeah, even like we had a child, like obviously being a kid growing up, life's still tough. People like schoolwork makes your life hard, right? Even with that, having discipline as a child to keep not getting in trouble or not to do stupid things in high school with certain people in bad crowds, that takes some discipline too. 'Cause I could be playing soccer with all these people, but I know what they're doing, not the best stuff outside of soccer, where I kind of stayed out of it because I was just like, oh no, it's gonna bring shame to my
That's gonna
family,
whoop my
to
ass.
dad, that's gonna kick my ass. Right? That kept me out, like you just said, out of trouble.
Out of trouble.
Out of trouble.
True. I always say this to people that I'm like, I was maybe 2 or 3 house parties away from being on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
Some of my friends that in high school, they're not good. Well, they're not good people. So I was invited to a bunch of house parties with those individuals, and I probably would have ended up on the other side.
That's true.
But my dad, no. Can I go? No.
Yeah.
You stay home and you do whatever the hell you want to, but you stay home.
Yeah, 100%. I got that all the time.
It's funny because now that you look back at it, when I'm sure when you were a kid when that happened,
It's upsetting.
you were like, yeah, you know what, like,
Yeah.
why can't I go? Screw
Yeah.
this, right? And then now all of a sudden you're like, thank God
Yeah, good
Yeah.
he
thing.
did that,
I'm
Yeah.
happy.
right?
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, and
They
it's
always try to
the
protect
same.
you.
Sorry.
Your parents always try to protect you.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
you don't get it as a kid, but you get it when you're older. You're like, oh, he was just protecting me. He was doing the best he could.
100%.
That's what he knew best.
Yeah.
And he did a good job. The only thing I sit back and wish that my parents would have been a bit more lenient on was they kind of wrapped me too much in bubble wrap. Where it's like rides, for example. I don't go to amusement parks because I'm scared of rides. Why? Because my dad and mom was like, no, it's gonna break down. You're gonna get hurt.
Gotta take him to Wonderland.
Bro, I'm never going to ride.
Actually, it's funny. My dad loved rides, so he would
was the
actually
opposite,
always
yeah.
take us to West End
Yeah, my dad was.
and go on rides. Like it was every one thing he'd take us to West End. Like it's one of the most.
Let's go to Wonderland.
Yeah,
You're
we
going to
should
Wonderland, bro.
That place is overpriced, but let's go.
It's like a huge amusement park.
Don't worry, I'll be vlogging while you guys ride.
Yeah. We're gonna force
I
it.
got a vlog job.
I've been there a million times, so you're gonna be the one on the ride.
Yo, I'll kid you not. Okay, so you know that ride? I don't know what it's called, but it's got like 5 like. Oh, so these things would be like where people sit, right here, and there's more of them, and it spins as it goes in a circle.
yeah.
So these
Oh,
are
like the
things-
teacup, yeah.
Dude, I went on that drunk for a girl.
Well, first going drunk on them, it's gonna make you puke on the girl.
But that's what gave me the courage. But I did it for a girl.
Yeah.
It worked out, but
Oh, man, that's.
I would have never got on that. I'm thinking right now, I'm like, you're crazy.
So you're saying we gotta find your girl in Toronto to take him to Wonderland?
Any girl will do.
I'm the single one.
Just gonna find you a girl. Just sit beside Kash.
Bro, I just want a cat, and that's it. I mean, I have a cat, but he's a family cat. But
Okay, so we're finding him a girl. We're going to Wonderland.
what is this turning into, The Bachelor?
Shit.
It's happening now.
Ambition Academy Bachelor, dude.
It's happening now.
Bachelor at Wonderland.
No, there's a lot more things I want to achieve before. But I mean, those little side quests are.
Yeah, man, it's hard to balance everything at once. But once you get once you get that momentum,
Yeah.
it just starts flowing. It starts flowing.
It's true. Remember we talked about it last time how I my analogy was like there's like it's like a video game, the main mission and then side quests.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like for right now, I got a main mission that I'm focusing on,
Yeah.
and then side quests are, it could be a girl, it could be like a fling or something like that. But with me and women, like it's always been like I don't know until I get to know the person.
Yeah.
I don't know how people can go out and be like, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. They put a label on it, so they already have their intention. Like, I want this. It's like, get to know the person first.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I sit there and they ask me, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You just know when you know. It's actually very difficult to say, I'm looking for someone to get married to. It's like, no, I'm looking at someone I want to get to know.
Yeah.
I want to get to know you first. Like, who are you? What are you about? What do you do? It doesn't really, like...
Man, these days it's so hard to
man, I feel
find.
bad for you. Yeah, it's so hard. Like, honestly,
It's
both
not-
ends from guys and girls.
It's
just
not easy
shit.
for both guys and girls, man. Doesn't matter which race, religion you're from. These days, it's not
And I see
easy
it.
to find someone that has the same values as you, that's looking for the same things as you, that align with you, man. It's so hard. I see it with my friends, with some of my cousins, man. It's not easy, man.
Like,
So-
with that case, for me, I got really lucky.
Yeah.
How everything worked out and being engaged, especially with the person I am now.
100%.
Very lucky. Like, it's
Yeah.
the best thing ever.
Man, I had this thought, and I think I told you this, where I'm like, if I had it my way, I'd become a successful businessman or something. Something where I have enough money where I can get some girl in Sweden to have my child.
Oh, yes.
Hey, remember I told you this?
You told me
this
this,
whole
yeah.
like thing. This
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I would love.
Yeah.
They have my so I have a kid, so now I have an heir to the throne
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, right? And that's all I want. I'll take care of that kid properly. I'll raise him, and I don't. It's just like you said. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to find someone like-minded who understands. And I'm a traditional dude. I have traditional roles, and for that to happen. I obviously I need to make a lot of money and I need to be successful and etc. and all those things, right? But the most important thing right now is my success, and right on par is my mother, right? So they're the things that I need to do, and they kind of like they kind of work together, right? If I'm successful, I can take care of my mother better.
Yeah.
Right? So they go hand in hand, right? And that's kind of like what I always say as like a joke is like, I just want the kid, but not the drama. I don't want the kid, not the drama.
That's fair.
No one wants drama. Well, that's a lie. I know people who love to drama, but I cannot do it.
Yeah, no, because
That's mentally
I mean,
draining.
nowadays I kind of think, and I'm like, man, do I really want a kid? Do I not? But it's like, you know what? If I want a kid, I want to raise him the way that I want to raise him.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to instill good values and morals and all those things into him, right? And I mean, I want to do it my way. Right? I need someone with me that sees me, sees my character, sees my traits, and says, I want my son or daughter to have those. And if it's a daughter, I want the woman that I'm with, I want to look at her characters, her traits, and like, I want my daughter to be like that. Because that's traditional. That's traditional, right? I would want my wife to look at, if we had a son, to be like, you know what, you raise him the way that you are because you're a good man.
Yeah.
And I'll be like to my wife, if we have like a daughter, you raise her the way that you are because you're a good woman.
This is why it's very important to find someone who aligns with you in those things,
Yes.
because these days people are there's always an agenda behind the relationship. Obviously, you got to treat it like and as shallow as it sounds, you got to treat marriage as a business transaction, right? Yes, there's love behind it, there's emotions and all that, but at the same time, there's the next generation, your offsprings, people are that are going to look up to both you and your spouse, right? So you got to treat it in a way where that the person you're with, is someone that you can see your daughter being like, or you can see your kid, son being like,
Absolutely.
right? And same thing with your friends, and again, as shallow as it sounds, sometimes you have to pick and choose who you hang out with, who you're friends with, right? It's nice to have high-vibe friends. It's nice to have friends you can just hang out with, but if you want to grow, you need to have someone that you can learn from, someone you can build with, someone you can actually move forward with.
True.
Right?
That's true.
There was a quote I heard where I forgot how it goes. I'm going to paraphrase, but it was, "Show me your 5 closest friends, and I will tell you what you're worth. Show me your 5 closest friends, and I will tell you what your future is going to be.
It's true.
And I wholeheartedly believe that.
That's funny.
And I've been looking into this for the longest time now, and just obviously we look at someone, especially when I worked at the bank, right? When people come in, obviously they pull up their profile, transaction, and everything. It tells you they have X amount in their checking account, X amount in their savings account, X amount in their investments, and then you see other people that have, maybe $20 or $30 to their name or whatever, and you look at this guy like, this guy doesn't look like he only has $30 or whatever to his name, right? So then my brain became like that, where I used to look at people and be like, okay, I think I know how much this guy is probably worth, or I think I know how much this guy is probably worth, but obviously looks can be deceiving, right?
Yeah,
that's not always the case. But then when it comes to your circle, your friends, right? That's literally clear as day.
100%.
You know your friends' personalities. You know how they are, right? You know the type of person they are, right? And there was someone who said this to me. I can't remember who, but they were like, you should have friends. Obviously what I just said. Obviously, you should have friends that have ambitions and goals, but then you should also be friends with people that you can look at and be like, hey, you know what? This is how I am. If this was someone who was to marry into my family, I would look at him as a brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah. A good way to look at things.
Because a lot of people don't see it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, who would you want in your house?
Yeah, because this is someone who's going to be breaking bread with you.
Yeah, for sure.
This is someone who's going to be traveling with you.
Yeah.
This is someone who's going to grow older with you.
Way to look at it.
Right? So we don't look at it from that perspective. But there was a guy, I forgot who it was, but someone told me that. He's like, look at your friends. Do you actually think any of those friends are going to be good enough for your sisters?
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, I never thought of it that way, man.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
But
that's probably the best way to think of it.
Yeah, especially like your circle, especially
your
in your
main
inner
circle,
circle,
yeah.
right?
Like,
Because
you
those
trust
guys are
everyone.
different, right?
yeah,
You're right. I have a different select of friends that I like to go out to, like the bar with and stuff like that. And there's some that are just different, that are just like closer, and they're in different categories. But my main table, that kind of aligns with what you just said, where I was like, would these, if I did have a sister or a cousin, would they be suitable enough? That's actually, I've never thought about.
because if I'm calling you my brother or my family, it means that you're going to be coming into my home. You're going to be, obviously, like I said, breaking bread with me. You're going to be doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is someone you need to be able to trust.
That's true.
You need to be able to have nothing but, unconditional love for, things like that.
I'm
right?
I'm laughing because I'm like, man, you be too good of a guy. I tell my sister, like, yo, man, what the?
You don't tell him to leave your sister.
No, you gotta leave her, man.
No,
that's
crazy.
love. That's
it's funny because that's true. Because I also have my closest crew that I trust. Then me and my brother, I just talked about it. We just have people that we've known for so long, just so we can chill with them party wise. Just to party with them, just to drink with them.
And that's fine.
Just because they're always down.
That's
and then
fine.
it's they're just always down for a drink or for something. Obviously, not the smartest thing, but they always are. It's true.
It's true.
Right? And then I'm my closest friend. I can just do whatever. I'm with them all the time. Can rant to if I need to. Right? So it's cool. How you said that.
I have a way that I look at people, and this is even relationships too. I'm like, it's not what you are, it's who you are, right? Like what you choose to do with your life, that is, whatever. But who you are as a person, those are character traits that you cannot change, right? You cannot change who you are, but you can change what you are. Right, so that's something I even spoke to, like I said, within my relationships, my personal intimate relationships. I'm like, there's a lot of times I stayed in certain relationships, and it's because of who the person was. Yeah. What they were doing, the world sees that, but I'm like, I know who this person actually is, right? The whats can be changed, but the whos cannot. So that's why the people in my circle, it's not what they choose to do. I would just support what they do for the most part, right? If they do something bad, we can talk about it. Yeah. But who they are as a person, the integrity, right? The way they were raised, honesty, loyalty, the self-respect that they have, right? Like those things, like the character traits, they're like ingrained in you of who you are in your DNA. You cannot change those things.
I agree.
Right? The what? Whatever. Like I always use this example. If I had a best friend and he was a good person, but he just drank every weekend. Yeah. But everything else was proper. It's like I'm not gonna hate him or treat him differently because he wants to drink every weekend, but he's a good dude. Like, he's a good dude. He takes care of his family. If he had a wife, he takes care of his wife. If he's religious, he goes to church, the mandir, etc. Like, whatever. But like, he gives back to the community. Like, if he's a good person, doesn't really bother me what they do. Really,
You know, it's like how people want to change people, like especially in relationships. Like, oh no, they'll change. I'm like, truly, if they really were to change, they would have changed by now.
100%.
Like, I'm a big firm believer. Like, if they were to change, they would have changed. Right? Especially like being older now, right? In your later 20s and stuff. If they're still acting a certain type of way, do you think they will change? There's a good chance they won't change because they've been so adjusted to the way they've been all their life.
100%. That's very true. And that's what I mean by, like, that's who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
That's who they are. Like, you can't change that person, right? And people just want to change the who's. You can change the what's, you can't change the who's, right? But you got to be able to differentiate between who the person is and what they are, right? Like, what they choose to do, their actions and that sort of stuff. But like, who they are,
Agreed.
is completely different, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting surrounded by guys that who you guys are on my table, right? In my circle, because of who you guys are, not what you choose to do.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, to be honest, what you guys choose to do is fucking awesome too. So, if that works out too, it's a fucking win-win, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so
Crazy how long this conversation went.
Yeah.
I
I was just about to call it too. You know, like I have nothing else to say now. So
was just saying because first podcast I'm like 45 minutes, an hour is gonna be so long. How are we gonna get through it? The next thing you know, the camera went off. Not bad. We can't stop talking.
yeah.
no. You're at 3 people that can't shut up. It's like, one more
Any closing remarks before we wrap this up?
I'm just pumped to keep doing this with you guys. See what we bring next. Obviously, this is the first one. Had a blast actually. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, this one better than I thought.
Yeah,
Because I was like, oh, we're gonna be missing this, maybe this or this, despite the technical difficulties that we had a few of them. But
well, I mean, my message is that I was nervous. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys, I was nervous.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm doing this ever, right? I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And what's uncomfortable becomes comfortable after a while. Now I'm relaxed, I'm chill. I bet you my heart rate was through the roof.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes, but now it's like, it's sitting at 58, so we're good, you know? So, my message is that if you want to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard at first, and eventually becomes easy. Like, you just got to do it. You just got to get past that. And this is like our topic, right? When life gets hard, how to stay disciplined. This is not necessarily life getting hard, but this is something that was difficult.
That's
and
true.
we stayed disciplined enough to do it. We came here today. We got what we needed. I got caffeinated. We set up, and we got our first episode done.
And just to add to this, actually, whoever's going to watch this, ask yourself, what is your purpose? And build off there.
What is your purpose?
What is your purpose?
yeah, that's your homework for the week.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is your purpose?
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
And to the hot dog vendor in Toronto.
That's coming.
All right.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. Eventually, we're going to be launching our live streams on Twitch, Kick, and another website. But I'm going to be linking them down below for you guys. So please subscribe, like this, share this, comment on it, get a discussion going. And if there's any questions that you have for us, send them in. All the information is going to be listed below. Once again, my name is Adeel.
Cash me out.
And I'm Ray.
Thank you for watching.
Ambition Academy, baby.
Ambition Academy.
Let's go.